Once upon a time, long before us mortals living in this world, gods and goddesses were roaming together in the upper land. But among them all, there's three queens with the most powerful magic of them all. The twins, Athena, the goddess of light, and Anithea, the goddess of darkness, and the youngest, Iria, the goddess of beauty and nature. The three of them ruled the world in peace, full of happiness and laughter. To prevent them from getting bored, the King of Gods gave the mortals to live in the world, to pray and praise them. They absolutely adored the mortals so much. Each day, for hundreds of years, even thousands of years, they received so many prayers from them. The prayer and the praises made the queens grow more powerful. And of course, they used their power to make the lives of mortals more prosperous. However, as time passed, Iria received fewer and fewer prayers. Some mortals considered her existence useless in this world due to their already vast natural resources. If this continued, Iria would be forced to reincarnate as a mortal into the world. Her two older sisters were very devastated by this, especially Iria herself, of course. Although she loved mortals, in her eyes, they were still weak, worthless creatures. She refused to be reincarnated as one of them. In her darkest time, Iria saw a starlight falling on the castle courtyard. As she approached it, the star transformed into a fairy. The fairy watched Iria with a tilt of her head before smiling kindly.
My, what a beautiful queen you are, Iria.
Iria was surprised to hear her name come out of the fairy's mouth. You know my name?
Why, of course, my queen. I came here only to grant your deepest wish.
My deepest wish? The fairy smiled widened. She circled Iria as if she was reanalyzing what was on Iria's mind.
My, you've been through such a mess. Mortals should respect and worship you even more than your two sisters.
With her heart and mind in turmoil, the fairy's word easily affected Iria. She was right. Mortals relied more on her power, not her two sisters. Who was she the one who was pushed aside, she thought.
My queen, I can help you regain your throne and power, even making you more stronger than your sisters.
Iria's eyes sparkled hearing her words.
You just need to choose your own path in life.
The fairy held out both of her hands, and each of them there were star fragments with different sparkles.
The dark one, you can become stronger and take revenge on mortals. The light one, you will be let your father reincarnate you into a mortal. But be careful in choosing. Each has its own consequences.
With hatred in her heart, Iria naturally chose the star. The fairy grinned and let out a giggle. Now, what do I need?
Take one of each of your sister's eyes.
Her eyes widened. She took a step back from the fairy in shock.
What's wrong, Your Highness? Do you want power?
Yes, but my sister's eyes? Have you gone mad?
A little bit, yes. But in fact, if you unite both of your dear eyeballs, it will be something powerful enough to make you stronger.
Her breath became heavier. Did she really have to sacrifice her two sisters? But considering what they did, what they didn't do, they weren't helping Iria to remain a goddess at all. It seemed like they just didn't care. After a few minutes of contemplation, Iria finally decided to do as the fairy said. Not long after, Anithea, who was walking through the castle hallway, suddenly heard Athena's screams. She immediately rushed toward her twin sister's voice in panic and alarm. Instead of finding the villain attacking her, she found her beloved younger sister who had taken her other sister's eyes. Aria's gaze, usually warm and kind, had now turned cold and sharp. What did you... Before Anithea could react, Aria locked her focus on her sister and charged straight at her. Unlike Athena, who didn't put any resistance, Anantea managed to defend herself for a few moments before Iria finally knocked her down. Realizing that Anantea was far stronger and more violent than Athena, Iria was forced to step her body into the ground to hold her down. Despite her sister's screams and cries of pain, Iria mercilessly took her eyes by force. Darling, why? Athena finally came to her senses. Why? Why? You didn't do anything even though you knew that would make me a disgusting, helpless creature. Now that I have this power, I will destroy their world. I will make them fear me and be my servant forever. Iria merged her two sister eyes as the fairy had instructed, creating a sphere of power. Iria absorbed the power and love in satisfaction. However, as she has just experienced an immeasurable power, the father's chains of heaven came out of the ground and penetrated directly into Iria's body. While groaning in pain, Iria repeatedly apologized and begged to be forgiven. The two older siblings watched their younger sibling being slowly dragged into the core of the earth. They want to help, really wanted to, but they couldn't and shouldn't interfere with their father's decisions. The sphere of power transformed into a life energy and was absorbed by the world. For the safety of his two children, the king united the world of gods and mortals. They lived in peace once more. Meanwhile, Iria had to serve her sentence within the earth's core for hundreds of years.
Ding, ding.